Hello and welcome to day 2 of our problem solving unit, geometric problems. Today we'll solve word problems involving the perimeter and area of triangles and rectangles. Let's start with a little vocabulary. We'll look at 5 types of triangles. An acute triangle has 3 sides of different lengths and all the angles are acute. Let's see if I can draw one, something along those lines. An obtuse triangle, I should write it, acute. An obtuse triangle has 3 sides of different lengths and one obtuse angle, something like this. Remember, acute is less than 90 degrees and obtuse is more than 90 degrees. There we go, whoops. Is it possible to have 2 obtuse angles in a triangle? Think about that one and then you can talk about it in class. An isosceles triangle has 2 equal sides. Let's say we show it like this. Those 2 slashes mean that those 2 sides are equal length. Isosceles. An equilateral triangle has 3 sides, all 3 sides the same length. So those would all be the same length. Equilateral. And a right triangle has one angle of 90 degrees in. We usually mark it like that. A right triangle. Now let's talk about the formula for the perimeter and area of triangles and rectangles. To calculate the perimeter of a triangle or a rectangle, you simply add the lengths of all the sides. So let's make a little triangle here. Let's go with 6 centimeters, 5 centimeters, and 3 centimeters. And the perimeter, of course, would be 6 plus 3 plus 5, or 14 centimeters. Nice and straightforward when you do it like that. But of course, we're going to have some word problems that make it a little bit harder. Since a rectangle has 2 pairs of equal sides, something like this, let's go 14 meters, 14 meters, 5 meters, 5 meters. You can add the length and the width and multiply by 2. In this case, 14 plus 5 is 19 meters. Multiply that by 2 and we get 38 meters for the perimeter of this rectangle. The area formula for a rectangle is the length times the width. And so for this rectangle, we'd have 14 meters times 5 meters. 14 meters times 5 meters. That's going to give us 70 meters squared. You have to remember, when you're working with area, that the units are going to be squared. Now the area of a triangle is its base times its height divided by 2. Something like this. If I was going to use this side as its base, then this would be its height. And so we'd have base times height divided by 2 equals the area of a triangle. With a right triangle, it's relatively easy to calculate because the 2 legs of the triangle work as the base and the height. Otherwise, in the word problems, we somehow have to give you the base and the height. This usually involves Pythagoras' theorem. Let's do a few together. Have a look at this one. Pause the video and you can try it, and then you can watch my solution. If the 2 equal sides of an isosceles triangle are each 4 times as long as the base, and the perimeter is 108 meters. Find the length of each side. We have an isosceles triangle. You should always draw yourself a diagram with these questions, and then check back with the question to make sure you've got it correct. So we said an isosceles triangle, like that, two sides the same length, and each of the two equal sides is 4 times as long as the base. So that'll give us a relationship like this. Base, and then each of these would be 4b, 4 times as long as the base. And the perimeter is 108 meters. Find the length of each side. Well, you can see once you've drawn a diagram like that, that it's fairly easy to come up with the algebraic equation. The perimeter is the 3 sides added up, and so we're going to set it up like this. 4b plus 4b plus b equals 108 meters. You can see we're going to have 9b when we collect up like terms equals 108 meters. Divide both sides by 9, and we'll have b equals 12 meters. Now we should check that, and then we'll have to write up a sentence answer. We said b was 12, which would mean one of the equal sides was 48 meters, and the other one was 48 meters, and then the base was 12 meters. And if you add those up, you get 108 meters. And so we know we've done it correctly. So we finish off with sentence answers. The length of the base is 12 meters, and the length of each equal side is 48 meters. Now let's go to example 2. Again, you can pause the video, draw a diagram, and then have a look at my solution. I'll just draw a diagram and answer it, and then I'll give a full explanation in example 3, just to save some time. Remember for this question that the 3 angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. Okay, go to it. Alright, there's my solution. The 2 equal angles are 45 degrees each, and the other angle is 90 degrees. Let's go to example 3. A farmer uses 54 hectometers of fencing to enclose a rectangular field. If the width is 2 hectometers less than the length, find the dimensions of the field. Alright, always draw a diagram on these. We've got a rectangular field, and the distance around it is 54 hectometers. Okay, we have a length and a width. What we know is 2 lengths and 2 widths equals 54 hectometers. We also know the width is 2 hectometers less than the length. So the width is L minus 2 hectometers. So we can use that to substitute it in, and we should be able to solve for L. We have 2L, 2 lengths, plus 2 widths, except we're going to use L minus 2 instead of the width, equals 54 hectometers. Okay, we should distribute out that 2, and we get 2L plus 2L minus 4 equals 54 hectometers. We're going to get 4L minus 4 equals 54 hectometers. 4L equals 58 hectometers. And so L equals 14.5 hectometers. That was our length. We said our width was the length minus 2 hectometers. Okay, so we're going to have a width 12.5 hectometers. Let's check that to make sure, and then we can write our sentence answer. In order for that to work, it would have to be two lengths, so 2 times 14.5 hectometers, plus 2 widths, 2 times 12.5 hectometers, would have to equal 54 hectometers, the amount of fencing the farmer had. So we'd have 29 plus 25 hectometers equals 54 hectometers, and that's true. 54 equals 54. So we know we've done it correctly. We just have to finish with a sentence answer. The field is 14 by 5 hectometers by 12.5 hectometers. Okay, that was a quick set of notes. Now you can start on the worksheets. The answer to all the worksheets are in one file called Word Problem Answers, and they're on the Math 9 Weebly website.